everybody. Hope you all are doing well. 11 people in the house. So welcome to one and all. Guys, today is Wednesday. Another day that God has created for us. Thanking Him for life. Thanking Him for all that He has done for us. Things that we possess, our family, our earthly belongings. Thanking Him for having a job, having great neighbors, great friends, knowing what it is to continue to put things in His hands that we cannot deal with on our own. I hope that today we all in a good, positive mindset, and may we be protected in the name of love as we try to share this with each other. So guys, we are okay. I'm now seeing. Yes, no, Judy, I was actually having some problems, right? Switching the Wi-Fi, but eventually I got through. All right, just give me 1 second. We have to flip this camera. Right. So I turn all the upside down there. Michael Zambrano, good morning. Sandra, good morning. Patricia Bedu, Judy, good morning again. Christopher Bourne. All right, so it's not many people in the chat as yet. Dolly Mollet, good morning to you. Rachel. All right, so it's a nice, small, that's about 5 persons. Right, so it's about 5 persons in the chat currently. And let me see, are you guys hearing me properly? Are you all hearing me properly, guys? Woo! All right, so my chat apparently was stuck. All right, so let's see. This is probably where I reach here. Salif, good morning, blessings. Maria Mahadio, good morning. Anjanine, I hope that job is going good. All right, so we have 19 people in the house, and look at the high percentage there. 12 people hit that like button. So I want to thank you all for that. And we're moving forward with our positive mindset here this morning. So, is everybody in good spirits this morning? Is everybody in good spirits this morning? I'm asking. So I'm going to try to see if I could locate the live stream so that I could read the comments a little easier. Right. Okay, good. So I'll find it. We just tilt the screen a bit. All right, so that should be the final adjustment there, guys. Morning, Sandra, Judy T, Dolly, and Rachel. Trying to see where I reach in the comments. So from looking at this here, I can tell that there's a bit of a lag. And Gina is saying good morning to Michael, Patricia, and Maria, sending love. Hey, look, people coming in now, man. Leslie Ann, good morning. Anoop, good morning. All right, so Leslie Ann is busy, but she's on and listening. Anoop and Kavita, all the way. Sandy's cup of tea, good morning. Thank you, thank you. How is Mike? Mike, good morning, my brother. Sandy, nice to see you, girl. And here is Marilyn. Marilyn, good morning. She says, good morning, Mr. San, and all in the chat. All is well on my side. Chilling today. Having a blessed and safe day. Everyone, by the way, thanks for the prayers and good wishes. I am 90% better, thank God. Happy to hear that, Marilyn. So Sandy, how are you doing? Yesterday we had a really great live. Yesterday's live was good. Glenn Hamlet, good morning to you and welcome to the chat. First time I'm seeing you, Glenn, so I'm happy about that. And greetings going out to Sandra and Leslie Ann from Gina. Octavia, how are you doing, my dear? Hope you have an awesome day also. All right, so to all the silent viewers, good morning and welcome to this morning's live stream. Hope that you all are in a good mood this morning. And guys, we have a big YouTuber in the house here. Big up to Sandy's Cup of Tea and Mike. Sharon M, good morning. Mr. Blake, nice to see you. You stay safe, and also, what's this? Do not take any wooden nickels. Okay. You know, I enjoying of late just watching the interaction with the commenters. Yesterday, the moderators had a task on their hands, right? They had a task on their hands. We had a lot of visitors that were being very mischievous. But I have to commend y'all. You'll handle it well, given fair chances, because at the end of the day, we don't know if, sometimes we could influence even these same people to, engage in a more intelligent way. Sandra says, Lasada, yesterday's live almost killed me with all them wolves coming from the wild. I could imagine. Sandra, I feel you was lying down all the time, but when that action start, I feel you sit down to see your small. You see, now I had to be on full concentration mode here, boy. 100% focus. So yesterday, as you all know, my sister and, well, of course, my brother-in-law, they celebrated their anniversary yesterday. Let me just read this comment from Sandy. Sana, we coming to Trinidad July 20th and planning to do a meet and greet. Hopefully we can meet you and your mom and dad, etc. I will definitely make myself available for that, Sandy. I will mention to that one day, right? So you will give me some more details. Sandy, could you please do me a favor, right? But this whole phone thing get mixed up, right? I did a little switching our SIM cards. So I don't have you stored by name. I tried typing in Mike into the chat, but I can't pull it up. So moderators, I don't know if you could put up my number, please. And Sandy, if you could just send me a WhatsApp text, right? Just saying that this is Sandy. So if you could do that, I'll really appreciate it. That's why you hear from me. I have been wanting to call you, right? But yes. So yesterday, I cooked up a nice little meal. I did some, thank you, Michael and Dolly. I did some nice fried up. I wanted to be a little different. I didn't want to do the curry chicken and the curry aloo and peas and that kind of thing. So I fried up some buri, nice with some tomatoes, not to get too soggy, still a little al dente, as they say. And I also fried up some okras together with some aloo. So fry aloo and okra. It ended up tasting like Edo's. It was delicious. So I had the curry chicken and those two other things. And we bought some bus up shot and Dalpri, and it was a hit, guys. It was a hit. My two nieces returned from England yesterday, so they were so happy to have some good Trini food, Indian cuisine. So that went well. Yes. So Sandy are looking out for that, right? If you get the time. It doesn't have to be today, but whenever you reach out, just make sure and let me know. This is Sandy. So I hope you and Mike have a good day today. And I'm looking forward to meeting you all when all you come back. Definitely so. But Kayla, I am doing really well, thank God. I am doing well. Sending wedding 41st anniversary wishes to Patricia. Patricia, today is your anniversary. When I see the 41, I say, well, he probably wish you a happy birthday. Yeah. All right, so some little miscommunication there. So it's not Patricia's anniversary today, guys. Brenda, good morning. I will make sure and give Mama Lou and Papa Lance your greetings. Oh, it's Parvati. Nice small thing, my girl. Nice small thing. Vidya Ramjas, good morning. Blessings. All right, so from what I can remember, Parvati on Saturday will be celebrating. That's what I read in the chat. On Saturday, Basilio and Parvati will be celebrating their anniversary. How much it is, I really ain't too sure. I want to say a special good morning to Maxim Narain. I spoke to him yesterday. Guys, he is excited. He want to come and teach me how to make something what he call ketchup potato or put aloo cooking with ketchup and sada roti. I never hear about that. I never had that. I never see it. Right? But he definitely wants to come and make that. So I'm looking forward to that. Right? He wanted to come and do it this weekend, but I tell him, I see this weekend ain't gonna be too good. But you know, when he come and we making our video, right? Special good morning going out to Anne Brown, to Erlene, Eddie Manju, Steve, and to all the lonely people outside there, or the people who are alone, because you could be alone and not lonely. Your greatest company is yourself. It should be. So, special good morning to y'all, and to those of you who love is important and you probably ain't receiving any, I want to say good morning to y'all, and I'm sending lots of love. Wishing you a happy day. I will be here spending some time with y'all, keeping all some company, some positive vibes. Yes, guys, remember to hit that like button. It goes a long way. So, how many of y'all have been able to achieve mindfulness? And for those of you who probably hearing this for the first time, mindfulness is the ability to remain in the present moment, not going back and digging up your past or thinking about the future in a worrying way, right? We don't want to do that. We want to remain in the present moment. We want that if it is we thinking of the future, that we're doing so with a positive mindset. So, what is the benefit of being mindful? Well, first of all, as I say, being mindful is about remaining in the current moment. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you very much. Yes. And it smells really, really good. It's very calming. So, what is the benefits of being mindful? Well, definitely, as I see, let me just gather my thoughts here, right? Being mindful is being in the present moment. Right now, I'm speaking to you all. I'm looking at the camera. There is a vaporizer here. I can smell it. I can see the plants. I can hear the humming of the air condition. And what happens is, if we give our current environment all our attention, it is impossible to think about a thought. Because think about it, we using our eyes, we looking around, we are listening, we are smelling, we could be speaking, we could be feeling, we could be touching. So we have too many senses operating at the current moment, right? And you wouldn't believe it, but when you have all these senses, right? When you have all these senses operating, your brain has a lot of work to do. Wouldn't you agree? There is a lot going on in your brain at the moment. So this is one of the greatest benefits of being mindful in the now. It takes your focus away from a lingering thought. It takes your focus away. And that is something that we want to be able to do. You see, you ever thought about how tired your brains may be? Your brains is always working, guys, even in your sleep. As I said it last week, even in your sleep, your brain is operating. So if we could give that brain the well-deserved rest, you will start to see how beneficial it is to you. Always reminding that things you have no control over, you have to start to learn to leave that in your higher power's hands. All right? And I will tell you something, I will tell you something. Most of the times, right? Most of the times, negativity could take a lot of forms. Negativity could come in the form of a concern for a loved one. Maybe going through a particular situation. You think or you would like to help, but there may be other factors involved. It could be the problem they're having is work related. You can't go in to the people's workplace to talk on behalf of your nephew or your son or your wife. So therefore, the only thing you could do is talk to your loved one give a little advice, but the situation may not really change. All you could do is try to encourage that person that you're concerned about. All you could really do is just try to get them to think positively, right? But the situation don't change. So concerning things could bear a lot of negativity in it. So we have to be careful that we don't become over concerned, that it consumes our day. Biggest example is a parent worrying about a child. Your child is your concern. You could spend the entire day being concerned. And that is not going to do you any good. And remember, from the time something does not do you good, very soon you may not be any good for even that person that you are concerned with, because you're burning out yourself. And then sometimes we have to make a decision in life. And a decision, because now you have power over that. And you have to learn to make proper decisions. And not every decision is going to be easy to make, because a decision is a choice. And in this case, it could be a negative choice or a positive choice. But with this decision will be certain things will arise out of it. For example, it may be having to end a friendship that has become one-sided and it's bearing down on you. It's not doing you well. And you have made the decision that, because you would have tried before, I'm talking about this kind of situation where you try before to, hey, let's work this problem out. X, Y, and Z. The person does not want to, or even if the person did, nothing good came out of it. They just probably went back, and you decide that you had to cut the ties. The point I'm trying to make here is negativity could come in many, many different ways. Even a compliment. You could get a compliment, and if it's from somebody who you know doesn't have your best interest at heart, that compliment, you could probably attach it to sarcasm, or you just get some kind of vibe. So we just want to get rid of anything that breeds negativity in our life. And there are certain things that we have full influence over, and that is where our focus has to be. We cannot focus on things that we cannot change. And remember that, guys. And of course, sometimes you have to distract yourself, right? You have to distract yourself. You have to brainwash yourselves, right? Because you are just trying to get through until you could really find the recipe for true happiness. That's what you're looking for, guys. Don't think because you get married that that's going to give you the happiness that you was looking for, because plenty times people, yes, you have to balance your stress for sure. It could affect your mood and your health. And take it from Sandy's a nurse, so she knows what she's talking about. Stress is a killer. Negativity is stress inducing. That is what causes stress in the first place. Negativity. From the moment you really start to be positive and you start to experience it. Because come hell or high water, we are always seeking positive vibes. Is our desire. But we probably ain't reaping the 100% benefits of it as yet. But continue nurturing it, guys. You will have your breakthrough. You will have your breakthrough. And we struggling, but we ain't giving up. Positive people don't give up. And remember, you are educating yourself in the field of positivity. You are trying to execute love the way it's supposed to be. Remember that there are people in this world that is going to be opposite from you. Some people white, some people black. Some people tall, some people short. Some people positive, some people negative. Some people nurture love, some people nurture hate. And the same way how you are trying to become experts in your minds to becoming the best version of yourself in terms of positivity and love, there are some people educating themselves and doing all in their power to be able to promote themselves, the best versions of themselves, and it's going to sound so funny, but in the field of negativity and hate. And it's something that you all would not be able to understand because that is not how you were wired to be. When you seeking positivity, you are looking at good sources, right? Trusted sources as to where could I find this positivity. You will always be seeking it. You will always be seeking it. You listening to podcasts, you logging on to YouTube videos, your favorite which YouTuber makes you feel this positivity, right? The type of music that you're listening to. And don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. You see, people who are cultivating negativity, they read the same Bible. They read the same Quran. They look at the same positivity videos. But what you getting out of something and what I getting out of something is two different things, You see, however you program your mind to think, your perception changes. I could read a verse from the Bible, and when I read the verse, I could tell myself, hey, yes, this is something I really have to work on in myself. I recognize a failure in me. That's a positive way to look at something. Or I could read the same verse, but at this point in time, I am in a negative mindset. I am not able to see my faults. And I read it and I see, something? That is exactly the person who you may be having the problem with. That, boy, I wish they could read this. You get where I'm coming from? I wish that they could read this. because this is a portion of scripture for them, not for me. People, Rose, good morning. Are you on the train? I have not been reading the comments. All right. So good morning to everybody that has joined our live stream here this morning. All right. And I hope you all are doing well. So the thing about it is a negative mind will always take even this same live chat where we know the intention is positivity. But there are people that will be listening to this, and this will be appealing to them in a different way that it may be appealing to the positive mindset people. And it is only when we all come to a point of realization that we could get help. And I have to be open-minded that if Dad sees something about me, I am trusting that as a father, that he will come to me and say, son, listen, we have been observing you, and we really believe that you need to work on certain things. We must have a willingness, a mind. Right? Another thing we will notice about negative people is the source of the conversations. Are we discussing situations, or are we gossiping? It's possible to be talking about a situation that you see is probably going on with a family member. You can have a discussion, right? And it could become deep. Gail, Deborah Lee Fook, Anton. I see Parvati was in, right? Good morning. Yeah. Or we could be gossiping. You're enjoying talking about, boy, yeah, what happened to this one, boy? Yeah, what happened to that one? And it's good fame, It's good fame. You remember, yes, people who gossip about, who gossip with, they'll gossip about you too. That is life. We see it in the bars. You see it in the bars. Everybody bad talking. They bad talking everybody, and as one man get up at God, we start a bad talkie. And gossip is a terrible thing to get yourself involved with. But they say misery loves company, eh? Misery loves company. Feed yourself on good things, guys. Feed yourself on good things. And be open-minded. If it's one person you can be honest with, is yourself. I know me. Though, the thing about it is you have to have a good value system too. What about if the train is late? Rose, it ain't your fault. What about if we, unfortunately, we have a goodness in us? Right? We have a goodness in us, but we didn't grow up in a good home. Plenty of people didn't grow up in a good home, but they recognize that, hey, I want to be the best. Well, align yourself with who you believe is good people. Or work with a plumb line. Work with a trusted book. If you are a Muslim and this is what you grew up knowing, then align yourself to your religious book. Christian, you hear people talk about Christianity, you remember going to church sometimes, the Bible, the Quran. Align yourself to the works that is written in this book. It's coming out, great. So Rose is heading on the train, guys. Love being early. You'll reach the work on time. You'll reach the work on time. Let us know if you have the time. Let us know that you reach, right? I hope you get a seat. Yeah, so if you don't have somebody to align yourself to, get trusted information as to who you should be. Not man's opinion. Sana, so true, you can't trust anyone with your inner feelings because most of the time they will gossip. I speak to the Lord. See what Parvati does? Eric asks a question. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry about that, Eric. Thanks, Sandra. But I think usually when Eric asks those questions, it's directly to the commenters. But I mean, I will also like to read the question. Can't pull it up here, Sandra Gill. I don't know, sometimes I'm picking up on some of the chats then. All right, Shopkins, good morning. Rishi boy, what are you saying? If you use your mind to study reality, you wouldn't understand reality, or your mind, if you use reality without using your mind, you will understand it. I hope I remember that. I think that's a vital piece of information we get there. I hope I can remember that. Let me see if I can pull that up again. If somebody could screenshot that for me, I'll really appreciate it. Rishi's comment, if somebody could screenshot that for me, please, and WhatsApp it to me. Antonia, good morning. He said in life, what's your greatest achievements? All right, so maybe you could put up your answers. Yesterday, he enjoyed all of your answers. What is your greatest achievement? My greatest. All right, thank you, Gina. Appreciate it. Now, while you're thinking about your answer, you know what is my greatest achievement in life at this current moment? I have found myself. That's my answer, Eric. I have found I have found myself. I would love to see what is your greatest achievement. And don't try to give an answer that you think people might be looking for. You put what is your greatest achievement. Whether it was a car. Yes? So Eric of the same kind of mindset. He says correct. But I'm sure you'll say correct to the other answers too. Right? But for me, it's myself. I have been looking for myself for years, guys. For years. And you want to hear something interesting? I was having a conversation last night. my kids and my family. Well done. Well done, Rose. That's a great achievement. That's nice, Parvati. She says that she wants to go to Mount St. Benedict, and after they will go for dinner for their anniversary. Maria says, knowing the Lord, because of Jesus, I can face tomorrow because he lives. Also working to get benefits now. Thanks be to God. Well done, Maria. And Eric is answering Dolly's question. Dolly returned the question to Eric, what is your greatest achievement? And he says, introduction to myself, to me. Love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, so we getting to know about people here. Eric, these are very, very, very good questions that you pose to the community. Antonia says, amen to Maria. I think that Deborah says getting to know the Lord. Sandy, my greatest achievement is coming from a broken home, growing up and not allowing that to hold me back in life, and I always reach for the stars. Well done, Sandy. It's not easy recovering from a broken home, but you did it, and you're still reaching for the stars. So there's more achievement up ahead. Your achievement does not stop here, guys. After you find yourself, what is some of the things you could do after you find yourself? After you find God? Is this the end of your journey? Is it? Loki edits, good morning. Stronger within myself, says Deborah Lee Fook. Sandra says, my greatest achievement was finding myself as well. Fantastic. Travel Addict, good morning. How are you doing? Question, guys, what is your biggest achievement? And we will respect it, whatever it is. It's your biggest achievement at this point in time. So at this point in time, we are 42 minutes into the live stream. I will be taking a break shortly. Now, we are not to become stagnated, guys. We are not to become stagnated. It's about continuous growth. If you have achieved something, you could decide, hey, let's use Deborah, getting to know God. Oh my God, guys, look who is in the house. Look who is in the house. All right. Ann Brown is locked on. Good morning, Ann Brown. And Cookie Monster. Cookie Monster. Hey, Sana. This is Mira or Bobby. It's been a while since I've been on your channel. How are you doing? Great. I hope everything is going well. And it is. We are so happy to see you. People have asked for you. But the last we know about it is we know that you were acquiring a property and then we didn't see you again. But anyway, Mira, I hope that life is doing you well. And thank you for coming on, guys. Right? This is Mira, our Barbie Gill. Alright, so yes. So it's really nice. It's really nice to see you, Mira. I hope all is well with you. How are you doing? Well, look at that. What a breath of fresh air. Did Lance do a vlog from yesterday, Lasana? No, he didn't. He didn't. Dad has been enjoying some restful days, guys. Right? I have been doing a lot of the cooking, and little things around the house, and trying to encourage Daddy that just take a rest. Just take a rest. So I'm happy to see him resting, doing the little things that he still had to continue doing. You know, carrying mommy on the errands and things, but definitely, you know, he's able to get some rest. Yeah. So I think he was so relaxed that like he didn't even feel the vlog. Alright, so Gina just sent a message there to somebody. Could you send it again? Right, Sally Kumar, good morning. Hope all is well with you, Sally. I was telling Radha yesterday that Dila and I will be making a video soon, opening this mysterious package, and she was saying she hope it had nothing inside of it to eat it out. Excuse me. Alright, so alright, so Parvati, Gina is sending love to you. Francis, hey guys, I have not been following the chat. Is Francis in? Cookie Buns Asana, I'm good. I'm happy to be back. I miss your lives and positivity. I took some time off YouTube, respect, but it feels great to be back now. How has life been? How is Mama Lou and Lance? Mira or Cookie Monster? Cookie Monster, I never thought I would meet you first of all. So it is a privilege to meet you, Cookie Monster. Cookie Monster, life has been great. Life has been throwing lots of cookies at me recently, which I'm thoroughly enjoying. Mom and Dad are doing really well. Right? So, life is good. Life is good. Things have definitely improved tremendously in terms of I have reached a place where I am able to control my emotions. Yes, I do think about things, but I'm able to control my emotions now. And I hope to get better at it. Right? Subash from Woodland, good morning. How you doing, brother? Alright, so it's kind of easier to read from there. If I've missed any names, guys, I apologize. Right? It is difficult to be speaking and stopping to read comments. So I just rock it back a little bit. I'll take my break at the 1 hour mark. Alright, so prepare yourself for it, guys. If you want to make yourself a cup of coffee or anything, right? At the 1 hour mark, we'll be stopping off and we'll be continuing the live for 1 more hour after that. Alright? Deborah, son, I got to know the Lord and closer to Him after my illness, cancer. I thank God every day. Right? So, Deborah, survivor of cancer. Praise be to God for that. Right? And she is beginning to walk closer and closer with God. Right? So, you see the room there. You see the room for the improvement or to make that achievement even bigger. Right? And when we talk about Deborah, holy faith, you're doing really good. And Johnny M, good morning. Hope all is well with you and the madam, brother. Have a wonderful day today. Thanks for coming in. Maria says, amen, Gail. Jesus is your healer. Keep the faith. Agreed. Sita Maraj, good morning. Welcome to this morning live stream. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Maria. So in the chat here, it's nice to see that the cross chat is basically people commending each other, you know, on the way how they're handling things, and this is always such a beautiful thing for me to witness, people trying to encourage people in a positive way. Shanta, good morning to you. And Tony. All right, so she's saying that she's not staying long, just announcing that she's here. But she's at work. So Tony, hope all is good at you. Shanta, hope all is good at you and Tony and the children, the entire family. Hey, watch now. I know, listen, I talking here all the time. So I know kind of focusing on the monitor here. But setup looking nice, boy. Oh gosh. I know really taking the tea there. Just now. And it really peaceful. It calm, it peaceful, it's smelling good, guys. The caboose looks great, it for real. Wow. I love it. I love this. You don't see it on the screen. That screen making it look plenty better. Well, I'm telling you the truth. Whoa. You see that? You see this the fruits. I buy that from Mr. Brooms. Remember the guy who does the pen art? So he did that with whoosh. I miss Anne Brown. Anne Brown, I'll pull it back just now. Anne Brown is sending her achievement. Johnny M, let me tell you something. I have a bottle that was opened previously. So, brother, I have the bottle of coffee that you all gave to me. I have that secure here in the caboose. So, I ain't touched our coffee yet. Right? But I'm looking forward to it. Patricia, thank you. Joan gave me this jersey. Joan brought a couple of real nice pieces of clothing for me. So it's Joan that had me looking nice these days, and then I have the nice shirt from Deborah and other people. So yes, it's all I have me looking nice. So right? Yes, so that is from Mr. Brooms, right? Excellent artist. This guy does this with pens, guys. Right? So I am so happy to be seeing how pretty that looking there on the television screen. Joan has great teeth. Yes, she does. She does. Wow. All right, enough of that. So let me retrieve my good friend Anne Brown's. Some great achievements have been all granted to me by the grace of great achievements. All right. So Anne Brown sees that all great achievements that she has been made has been granted by God. So she doesn't have one, she has many achievements, and it's all through the goodness of God. Right? Melissa, good morning. Busy day today. All right, good. And I hope you don't have to type back, right? I hope that your friend is still remaining positive, all right? And you'll be positive for her too, right? Just be positive. And tell Kevin good morning first. Shanley sending love to all. Peace to guys. Let's see how nice. Let's see how nice the vibes going. The vibes is going nice. And what you have to learn to do, we all have to learn to do it, is when you're here, you favorite show is over, whether it's Friends, some movie that you watch, you want this feeling of happiness to remain with you until you get your next dose, right? Wouldn't it be wonderful if you have something within you that is constantly recharging itself in terms of happiness? You have something within you, not something material. You know, man, yes. Your bed. Your bed is your happiness. But I just love to lay in my bed and just relax. Could you take your bed wherever you're going? Could you put 2 straps on your bed, sew it onto your bed, and put it on your back like a knapsack and carry it with you? You can't. But what you could carry with you is the peace that you just have on your bed. But what it is about when you lie on the bed, you just get this peace. A little moment by yourself. Maybe you're just a person just love to be in solitude, because that's where you find the greatest peace. Do you know that you could be in the company of others, negative people, and find that solitude? Let's take Rose for instance. She's on a train. She probably has in her headphones, and people coming in and out of the train, but she is in her own little world. She has shut the noise out, and she's hearing my voice, and she's looking at her screen, because this is what at the moment bringing peace to her, hopefully. So you have to learn to carry the necessary tools around with you to be able to accomplish this peace, or whatever brings you happiness. Peace brings me happiness. And I never thought about it. But that is what your answer's peace of mind. That's what makes me happy. When I can have peace of mind, my mind is not working anymore. You know how much my mind has worked? So I was having this conversation with this person last night. Don't think I'll forget. And I was telling the person, I think I experience true happiness between the ages 1 to 13. 13 years of my 48 years, I could see, is where I experience my true happiness in life. 48 years later, I will begin my 14th year of happiness. How many years have gone from your life? How many years did you have true happiness in your life? You hear that question? The more I look inward, the less I look outward. The more I do check, the more I do self-checking, the less I blame others. All it checked out. It's time to take responsibility for yourself. Is who we are on the inside has been affecting us, guys. The things on the outside, not responsible for your happiness inside. You see, the things on the outside is what you are attracted. And that's why I was also saying last night that, and we touched on it a bit yesterday, we just hit the 1 hour mark, guys. So let's take the break that I announced. If there's anybody that is leaving the live stream, have yourself a wonderful day. Tomorrow, please God, we'll be back on in the morning. So remember to check your phones. And we're going to have a fantastic day today. Do what you got to do. And get back home. Guys, start living. Be happy. Make it happen. Alright? Eric, I know you won't be here when I come back. So, brother, once again, thanking you for your contribution and everybody else that has been in here commenting. I would not have seen all. June, good morning. Marquis, I would not have seen all. Nevertheless, once you type in there, I know it's something I've had. Be right back. Yes, good morning, June. Good morning, good morning. Sandra Bisnat, good morning. And maybe somebody could answer that question that Valley Girl Hoof is posing to the chat. What is happiness? Sandra, did you move or are you living in it? Yes, I am still living with mom and dad, Cookie Monster. And this is the room that I stay in to the back of the house. I call it the caboose. I hope you like it. Steve, good morning, good morning. Big up yourself too, brother. All right, so guys, I'll be back. Hmm. Cheers. Nah, that's that. I focus. I read in the comments. You know what's amazing? I was outside sipping some of my coffee, right? And it's amazing to know that exactly what I was thinking outside, especially reading Dolly's comments, which is take a time, smell the roses, right? I was thinking about the same thing outside. And I see when I come inside of here, I'll just read the comments and, kind of get a feel of where, where your mind's all at. And it's amazing that I was outside there and I was thinking the same thing that was going on in the chat here. And that's because right now we on the same plane. We're on the same trend of thought. The things that we have been feeding on here in terms of the comments that we read in, the questions that are being posed, right? I am of the same mind, even though I was outside, I was thinking along the same lines. You see how powerful your mind is, that even after feeding on something that brings you positivity, you continue with that trend of thought throughout the day. And what we want is for it to have a lasting effect. If I don't come live for the next Rose, happy to know that you reach your work safely. What's the time? What is the time? Let me see if Rose reach on time. Oh, where I put my... Oh. Yeah. Rose, you're 28 minutes early, man. Well done, well done. The power of thought. So, here why I was also thinking about outside. And that's why I see Dolly's comment resonated with me, right? I love the questions. Please address. Right. Yeah. So the thing about it is this. Yeah. So the thing about it is it's very important for us to we have to give ourselves little things to look at or to look for during the day. For example, hey, this rose I know is God make all the beautiful things. Roses, different flowers, the trees, the birds, the sky, the songs of nature. And these things are all around us to see. And the thing about it is, to me, when you hear we could recognize not only nature, but just the existence of people around us. When you could use every single thing that is around you to motivate you. That is that is the highest self that you could achieve. You walking in a city that is full of rubbish, but you could pull something in that environment to make you think positive. For example, you walking down a very dirty street, litter, bad stench, but yet there is a flock of pigeons feeding on something on the pavement. Now, some people just don't like pigeons, but listen, pigeons is something that God make. And I will be walking in a city street, and I see the pigeons, and I look at them, and I admire them. And it brings a feeling of happiness to me. And even you're in a room with a man who just, negativity is just pouring out of him. Just pouring out of him. And you will ask yourself the question, how am I going to get positivity out of this? Well, the first thing you could do is thank God that you're not in his position. That's the first thing I do when I am around negative people. I thank God that whatever it is, have this man or this woman full of so much of negativity. I am happy to know that I am not in that position. That is the first thing, and that makes me extremely happy, because I certainly don't want to be in that mindset. You understand what we're doing? Good morning to Tara and also Melissa Lahuri. Good morning. Right? And then I will just let my imagination, because I could be in this room stuck with this person for the next hour or two. It could be a doctor office, and the aura that is coming. Celine, good morning. Candace in the house. Right. The aura that this person is expelling is either two things. I could let it affect me, or I could let it not affect me. And I am not going to let another person's aura overtake me. So I am stuck in that office most likely for the next hour or two. And I will just let my imagination run wild. I will say, I will observe this man, not in a piercing way, but let me use my imagination a little bit. So I begin to look at him, and I'm now trying to look for little clues. Okay, his hair might be rumpled, face might be scruffed, shirt in iron, shoes dirty, one lace tie, next lace untie. And I am beginning to have now a very good understanding as to this man's appearance. Because there's a 50-50 chance. Notice what I say, a 50-50 chance that this man's appearance is reflecting who he is. Agreed or disagreed? It's not, in my opinion, is not 100% indication as to who he is. Who is in agreement with that? And the reason why I say that is because I know people who do have a peace of mind, and their appearance do match who they are, but yet there is a peaceful look on this person's face. If he was a peaceful man and he looking scruffy like that, then most likely he would have been engaging with me, right? Because I giving out a good aura. And he's a peaceful man. Yeah, the hair rumple up and that kind of thing. But he talking. And then it could go the opposite way. You're getting this negativity coming out of him. And he is hair comb up nice, well shaven, face looking moisturized, he's smelling great, shoes shining like that. But yet you wonder, your aura that coming out of you is not a complete package. So you're looking good, you're looking great, but your aura telling me something different. And then from there we can remember there for a whole hour. So I let my imagination run wild. Alright, so you're looking good. But how it is he again all this negativity out of him? Well, maybe he had to iron his clothes for himself. Maybe things ain't going good at home, but he just trying to still present himself. So he doing positive things there for himself. But he probably wished that he had get some assistance. Or probably is the wife that really press out the clothes nice, but things ain't good with he and his wife. Or maybe he not living with his wife. So the next thing I might do is look to see if he have a ring on. Some kind of... So that's how I just take my mind off of if I in the presence of a negative person. I let my mind begin to drift. Right? I let my mind begin to drift, to shift that negativity. So you can spin negativity, guys, and turn it into a positive thing. And when you leave the office, you just say, boy, you know something, boy? I really hope that I never end up in that man position. Wherever it is, heavy like that, I don't ever want to give off that kind of aura. So, guys, you know, just use what you have around you. Now, all it is always keep me balling 111. Right? I don't want to spoil the word, but there's a fancy word for it, and somebody in here bound to know what I'm talking about. But it has to do with coincidences. Hey, that's a real coincidence, boy. Just as we talking about wisdom, you know what owl no pass here, and we associate our owl with wisdom, as wise as an owl. And you tell yourself, hey boy, that's real coincidence. Now if you're familiar with the works of Carl Jung, you will know the word that I'm talking about. Somebody help me with it. I don't want to pronounce it badly, right? But it's where you take these things and you use them in a positive way as a sign. So when I see 111, it brings joy to me. Hey, that's a fantastic number. I'm always looking for it. And when I see it, it makes me feel that I am on the right track. And you may be a Christian and you look up at a street pole and there may be a bar going across and it reminds you of a cross, and you say, oh boy, and you're happy to see the cross. So it's not intuition, Michael, right? Oh gosh, all your SC. Okay, but it has to do with these things are not mere coincidences. You are now utilizing, instead of nature, you are now utilizing something like numbers and signs, symbols. Sana, my husband and I will like to feed an orphanage. Do you know of any in Trinidad? Well, there is an orphanage in Tacarigua, right, Melissa? There is an orphanage there. And I also know of a school for the blind. There are about 20 to 30 blind children going to this particular school in Aruca, right? I did speak to the person that transport them. I had make inquiries in the past as to if somebody ever wants to come and give them a treat or something, right? And I will be honest with you, Melissa, this is just my opinion, right? I was making that inquiry about that particular school because, sad to see, right? Sad to see, many homes, many orphanages, you give them things and there's a problem associated with it, which is this. No, it's not that that's going to stop you, right? Or not that that should prevent you, but many times you may want to do something for an organization and it does not benefit the children. I'm being honest with you. I have heard many stories from very good people and the children did not benefit from it. So that's why, not symbolism, it's synchronism. No. All right, somebody look up Carl Jung, right? And look up, maybe you could type in coincidences or synchronicity or something like that, right? So the thing about it is, I really appreciate that you want to do something, but your acts are important. If I know any good, like good choices, all right. So I could find out about this school for the blind for you, and I could do some background work in terms of the St. Mary's Home, which is the closest orphanage to me. So I'll make some inquiries and I'll let you know. All I know about orphanages is this. Long time people will cook food and carry. Now you could only purchase food from a reputable food establishment. They're not taking anything that prepared from home and brought there. It must come from an establishment. Whether it's like KFC or something, right? But that's a really nice thing that you and Kevin want to do. So I wish you all the best. Yeah. So Cookie Monster is asking if there are any changes to the channel, any updates. Are you still doing cooking videos, vlogs? I remember you used to go live all the time, having lots of fun with family and friends. All right, so there have been some changes in terms of I still do That's the word. That's the word. That's the word there, guys. Synchronicity. Synchronicity. Thank you very much, Celine. Synchronicity. Right? And that's where you are using. I'll get back to you, Mira. Consider that. Right. Okay, so Melissa, I will do some groundwork for you. Alright? Yeah. Yes. So what I do with these numbers now is this. I'm always looking for 111. But then 222 is also a good number. Also 333. 444, 555, 666, 777. You notice I see 666. Now, if you are looking for the positive meaning of 666, you can look it up, angel numbers, and you will see that there's a good side to 666. You see, I'm looking for the good, guys. I'm not looking for the bad. And if I was treating all the numbers as good, but that 666, I keep that as that's a bad sign. That's an omen for me. You see, listen, I'm always seeing 333. It makes me happy. Right? So whenever she sees 333, she feels happy. And the thing about it is this. She is always going to be looking for 333. And the fact that she is always on the lookout for it, she doesn't know it, or she probably does. But I am sure many times she will look at her watch and she's going to see 333. And inside of us is an internal clock. How do some of us wake up 5 o'clock religiously every morning? Because our habit. And she is going to be in the habit that exactly at 333, she is going to look at her watch on the dot. Because she's looking for it. And what you're looking for, guys, is what you are going to see. She's going to see it on number plates. She's going to see it on bills. So what I did is this. I have now made every single number into a positive number. All the catching the heights of it. So I am always looking. I am always looking because I associate goodness with all the numbers. So if I look at a car and I see 333, now I will see, hey, 333 a good number. And you know something? That's Sandra's number too. I wonder if she saw it. But I'm also on the lookout. If I see 444, it makes me happy. If I see 911, it makes me happy. If I see 873, it makes me happy. So now the signs, everything I see makes me happy now. Yes, ma'am? Morning. I'm good. Okay, mommy. All little buy nothing, eh?
No, I see I have red beef.
Right. Just take out that pack of chicken for me now, please.
Okay, the feeling.
She much better.
Much better.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, Tana. Regards and love.
All right. Yes, will do. Yes. So the thing about it is that we could create synchronicity. Right, guys? That's it. Synchronicity. So find something that is available. Make everything into a sign. You see, this mind, if you engulf yourself with thinking positively, every single thing is going to encourage you. Everything is going to encourage you, guys. And you know what you'll start to do? You're going to start to want to remove all the negative things around you. I talk about the physical things. Hey, that little piece of paper on the ground. Nah. That, nah. You're looking for things now. You're looking for things. You'll be looking for dust. You're looking for dust because everything just turning into goodness. You want to stamp negativity out. I just smoke cigarettes. Right? I just smoke cigarettes. My ashtray not inside of here. It's not inside of here. Couple months ago. Last week. But I want to think out. And the fact that I'm making a physical effort now that God, that thing's stinking up inside of my room, boy. Well, let's see what's going on. Well, let's see what's going on. Guys, the problem is not the alcohol. The problem is not the weed. The problem is not the cigarette. The problem is not the shopping addiction that you have. It's not the gambling habit. That is just a reaction to something that is deeply seated inside of you. And that is what we had to target. Now, in some instances, like with alcohol, there's encouraged the person that, hey, you need to literally dry out your brains. Because your brains literally just become wet. So, to be able to even stop, to start to consider improvement, sometimes if this a person is extremely chronic with the use of the alcohol, right? Then we need some intervention because, hey, first things first is we need to get this brain dry up. Or in my instance, that was way too much of THC hitting the brains, right? So you need some assistance to wean from the drug a little bit, to at least start to get a little clarity. But the problem ain't the things that we do. That's just a manifestation. And what we want to get rid of, guys, is not the alcohol, is not the gambling. We want to get rid of what is really causing this. What is giving you that empty feeling? You see, a deeply rooted problem. This is the problem that leaves you with a void, with a space, an unexplained feeling of emptiness. And that is what we have to deal with. That is what we have to find. That is where we have to find who we are. You need to go back. You need to search. You need to ask God. You have to search. And you have to find this problem. You have to find this problem. And you know something? Even if you grew up in a really good family, most of the times, from what I believe, the problem is going to carry you right back to something. And I want all you to use all your imagination here. Not your imagination. Use the power of your mind. We have been following this live stream here at least some people would have been following it really closely, what you think is going to be the common thing that would have been causing this feeling of emptiness. If we all search our soul, what you think is the thing that we were all lacking. And I'm talking about you could have grew up in a good home, in a bad home. What you think is the one thing that was lacking that caused this pain is a feeling that we always want to receive. What it is, guys. And I guarantee you that if you have an issue and you go back and you find that moment, you will come back and shake my hand. Love. That is it, guys. Love. Somewhere along the line, love is what caused this problem, guys. I want to cry. I want to cry. And you know why? Because we all in agreement with it. And I grew up in a home where there was abundant love. But somehow or the other, and I will tell all you what has caused that. Self-love, that was my problem. That is where it all began for me. That is where it all began for me. I had little self-love. And as I grew up, I began to face problems in my life. And that self-love, that little love that I had for myself, was quickly depleted. And you know something? What you think, now listen up carefully, what you think, a person that grew up in a home that we certainly know it had love in, Michael thanks all them hearts, boy. We know that this home certainly has love. What could make me not love myself? And that, again, is what we have to curb. There is something that causes a person not to love themselves. And it's a good thing that is caused it. But we have to be careful that we don't overdo it. And the moment we start to do that, and we shift our focus, not on ourselves, but on other people, that is where we start loving ourselves. And it's a word that we just hear a lot. You grow up in a home with lots of love, and you meet people, you start to meet people on the outside, and you realize that they are lacking it. They are lacking it. And you know what you start to do? You start to want to save the world. From a young age, you want to start to save the world. And you start to give of yourself. And you pick up a mission that you was not ready for it. And you still ain't ready for it. And you know what's the problem, guys? And that's where we started to stop loving ourselves. Empathy. Empathy, guys. Be careful with empathy. How many of us agree that empathy came back many times to bite us? How many people could agree that empathy shifts the focus on others more than themselves? Empathy will leave you financially broken for a moment because somebody know that, hey, I could go by Millicent and I could cry on his shoulder and get $300, and they don't care if it's Millicent last $300. What they care about is knowing that they're leaving with the $300. How many times you had something important to do for yourself and you put off your business to go and see about theirs? How many times you really ask any favors of anybody, but the one time that you're relying on this person that you have helped many times, the one time you ask them for help, oh boy, I can't make that. I can't make that. I can't make that, no brother. I tie up. They don't even give you an explanation, you know. You always there ready to, but boy, I can't do that, you know, because I already had make some plans with my mother and father. You always ready to explain everything. But when you hear them ready to tell you, I can't make that. That is all you hear, you know. I can't make that. Nobody. You have to check somebody else. No explanation. They don't owe you nothing. The people in this life that ask the most of you is the ones who just give you the least. The people who want the most amount of love from you is the people who don't give you none. The people who always want you to listen to them, they never had time to listen to you. The people who you always giving money to never have a cent to give you. So, that is how somebody that grew up in a loving family this end up in a place where they have no self-love. Because they start early in life to focus too much on other people rather than themselves, and they get lost. Hurtful experiences, giving people. And what you start to do, boy? What you start to do? You reach our age, 18 years, some people 15 years, some people 30 years. Boy, start off nice and light, party, free drinks, you drink a beer. Boy, I feel a little different, boy. Because at that moment, you drink the alcohol, everything just neutralizes. And slowly, you start to drink. And when the problems hit you, you start to drink more and more and more. Because you're numbing something. But you don't even know what it is you're trying to numb, you know. If I tell all you something. And listen there, you gonna have people that will disagree with me. It have people that disagree with me. But I keep in tabs on certain of my habits. And my experiment is to really observe certain things, and then I go share it with all you. But all I had to do in the meanwhile is just try to keep working on remaining happy. I found it, and now I want to make sure and nurture it, that the happiness could grow from true sources. Love myself, man. Love myself. Respect myself. Maintain my boundaries. And continue asking God to make me into a better person. I must never, ever become proud. The moment we become proud, guys, you're heading straight back for disaster. You're coming straight back for disaster. But let me tell you something. People who really have love in them, people who really honest in heart, it could only get better. Positivity could only make it get better. If you are not a vain person by nature, you cannot become a vain person. Yeah, you all start to try and look nice. Hey, look, I go be on people's TV, boy. Let me have a little pride in myself now, boy. Let's see, comb up my hair, moisturize my face. You know? You wanna, you're talking about positivity, so yeah, you gotta start to reflect it now. You know what I mean? That's what we talking about. That's what we talking about. I telling all you going on. Oh gosh, I realize something you know, Miss Pillai. You like your dumpling. Yesterday it was dal and dumpling. Today is a corn soup. Something real good, Miss Pillai. A huge pot. Hey, we really enjoyed ourselves yesterday. Guys, yesterday we jumped on a air balloon. Melissa was the pilot. And we went, we eat corn soup, we eat dal and dumpling by Miss Pilla, and then we went down by Tara to eat fried bacon and smoke herring. Tara, it is good deal. Okay, Mansa, Sana, how has prayer helped you in your life? How do you know your prayers is working? Is it from the signs you get after praying? That's a good question. Well, Cookie Monster Gill, what I can tell you is this. There are definitely circumstances in my life that I can't do nothing about it. And I just pray and ask God, please help me in this situation. You know my heart's desires, and I really trust in you, and I believe in you. And I have the confidence that He is doing His work in the background, Cookie Monster. Then I would have had painful experiences throughout life, and that pain will be there, and I ask God, is only you could help take this pain away, because I really do not know how to take this pain away. And I have to answer, yes, Mira, God has taken away a lot of my pain. And if you want to know how I think he was able to do it, he pointed me in the right direction. In terms of, yes, you will start to see the signs, right? You will go up on YouTube and you will see a video pop up. Mira. You will see a video pop up and you will wonder, what is this? And you click on it and it's like a direct message from God. A friend may call you, and what the friend has to say resonate with that pain that you might be feeling. You may go on your Facebook page and the first quote you read, it resonates. God is giving us the signs all over the place, guys. All over Mira. It's just for us to read it, to see it, to believe that it's sent to you. God has taken away a lot of my pain. And he is willing to do this for everyone. Just ask and you will receive it. Synchronicities. Yes. Prayer, Mira, is a mighty source of power. So now why when I cut off negative people, I feel bad? Because you recognize that there is nothing else that you could have done, and you wish that you could have done something. Anup. But not everybody is ready for help. Okay? So we are approaching the end of our live stream. I want to thank the moderators, the commenters, silent viewers, YouTube for allowing us this platform. I want to thank everybody for your contribution. Most of all today, I really feel moved to thank the Almighty Father for protecting our chat today from all forms of negativity. I have not felt one bit of negativity here this morning, and if there was, definitely I was not able to detect it. So I want to thank God for that. I hope that everybody purpose in their heart to have a wonderful, fantastic day today. Keep positive. May God bless everybody. Have a fantastic day.